Not sure why that did that. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Marty live. I've got two of the people that made OnPassive Nation what OnPassive Nation is. We're going to go over a few things. I want to make sure the channel's okay. Okay, everything looks good. Thank you very much for being here. A couple things I want to point out. That contest is still on. If you got until Sunday night at midnight to get in this giveaway, the total prizes are $21,000, $10,000 for top prize, $1,000 for the lowest prize. It's crazy not to do it because the only thing you have to do to participate is be in. And if you're in, you get 3 free products. So it's a win-win. So I would definitely do it. If you're not in yet and you haven't done it, this is the QR code. Go ahead and scan it if you're watching this live or on recording. But remember, the 6th at midnight Eastern Daylight Time, it's over. Anyway, you shouldn't miss out on this. It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, so I'm going to take that off. Okay, a couple things is, I don't know if you noticed, but you see on the registration page, if you scroll down, you will see Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether as options to pay. It's a big, big deal. A big, big deal. And I want to let everybody know, and I want this is fact. Setting up payment systems for over 200 countries is crazy hard. Everybody's got their own rules. Of course, nobody's going to do anything the same. They got their own way of doing it. They got their own laws. They got their own, and so the company is constantly molding something different to accommodate every country in the world because they want everybody to be able to use this system, which is mind-blowing. And like I said the other night, we're going to have debit cards. I mean, that opens the door and access and freedom to do things like now. I mean, it's on your card. You upload it right in your card, any commissions that you have. So it's powerful, very, very powerful. We know that big things are happening in August because as said they were. They signed a big deal with somebody. We're going to find out very, very soon. They are working around the clock, and I mean around the clock. I mean, Ash explained to me what a day is to him, and it's not 24 hours, okay? I don't know where he came up with this, but yeah, he's working like 36. I don't know. Anyway, as you can hear, my voice is still not 100%. But what I want to tell everybody, keep doing what you're doing. Get plugged in. Make sure you know what's going on. Because Ad said this on a webinar the other night. This is so big now, he couldn't stop it if he wanted to. There's things rolling down this track. I mean, once you push a freight train and get it to roll an inch and then 2 and then 3, have fun trying to stop it. Okay, so, and this is the biggest freight train on the planet. So it's a good thing. None of this was by accident, no matter what anybody says. Ash brought up the other day that he prayed a lot years before OnPassive. He wanted to make it a difference, and God knows he's making a difference, but he believes it's from the backing of God. Some people don't believe, some people don't talk. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Doesn't make it not true. But anyway, yeah, too many good things are happening to be a coincidence. And I know people are thinking, oh, this and this and this, but remember, to do something this good, this big, and to be right, it has to be done right. Trust me, all three of us here on this screen have been in many what they call startups or whatever you want to call them. And we wouldn't be here if any one of them worked. Okay, none of them worked. It's because sometimes they weren't prepared and they were small. They were even thinking too small and they were already small. And what OnPassive is doing is building the foundation for years and years to come. And that's what we want to be happy. Because I said this yesterday and I mean it. I believe the day will come that, okay, maybe money's no object. You don't have to think about it. I'm not going to give you details of how much, but you're not thinking about it anymore. The things that will really be fond of is that you took the journey. Trust me. I was there then. I was leaning on the table with Edison when he made the light bulb. Listen, we're part of something that big. Trust me. We don't even know some of the products that they're working on. And some of the products have been worked on before OnPassive. All right, he's always had big thinker, big way of doing things. And I want to emphasize again what I said yesterday. If people come to you with what if and why, just answer with ask me for them. That's all you need to say. Because a lot of people, and I said it yesterday, they're only asking you questions to get to the one you can't answer. And listen, anybody can fall for that. There's enough questions in the world that if you're trying to flip somebody up, it's going to happen. So don't go there. If you don't know what we're in by now, you're not paying attention. So go back and pay attention. I'm going to turn it over to Mike or Dan because I'm about to cough.
Yeah, I'll take it first, Marty. And the reason Dan and I are here is to give Marty a little relief from his voice. He's been talking 24/7, but it's always a privilege to be here with Marty and Dan. And Marty talked about the spiritual side of OnPassive, and I believe all three of us believe that is the most important side of OnPassive, having that good spiritual base. And I think Mr. Mufareh has done a really, really great job of letting people understand, yeah, this is who we are and this is what we do. I want to address the new people that are here today, and those individuals that will be listening to this stream live in the future. Marty talked about why you should come into OnPassive, and obviously one of the reasons is the contest that Ash is running right now. And it's a big deal. I mean, there's $21,000 on the table. You can come in, you can get three free products. All of this is free. You get to come in, do what you need to do, and you're in the contest. And that's a really big deal. You have the opportunity. You could have the opportunity to win that $21,000. Actually, it goes 10,000, 5,000, 3, 2, 1. But you could win any one of those. But for me, that little teaser is a good way to get people in. But once you come in and you start understanding what OnPassive is doing for all of us, that's the real prize. That's winning, and you win very, very big. OnPassive is the only place in the world today that will literally go to work for you. And that's what OnPassive is doing today with everything that they're doing, everything that Marty talks about, all the marketing, all the individuals coming into OnPassive and getting the free membership, starting to participate with OnPassive. OnPassive brings the people in, they bring them in, they make them customers, they manage all of this. And as customers come in, they go through those individuals that are affiliates with OnPassive. And that's why when you come in and get your free membership to the OES back office, the OnPassive ecosystem back office, it's why you want to become an affiliate. Once you do that, I believe that your future is set. OnPassive will go to work for you. Again, it's the only place in the world that this is happening. It is with OnPassive. If you're new, if you're here new, or you're listening to this video in the next few days, come on in, get your free membership, become an affiliate, and then OnPassive, not in the future will go to work for you, but is going to work for all of us right now with everything that they're doing. And as OnPassive releases the paid products to the market, to the worldwide market, and people come in and start buying the products, all of those individuals come through us. A certain percentage of those will land in your organization, and what happens? You get paid a commission. This is so unique. It is so revolutionary. It is what Mr. Mufareh envisioned, coming in and being able to help you. And in the end, that's what matters. How is OnPassive going to change your life? How are they going to help you? It really is remarkable. And I'll just give you one little stat to give you an idea how big OnPassive is, and then I'll turn it over to Dan. Mr. Mufareh talked about the credit card, the debit card that he's going to be coming out with a couple of days ago. And it is going to be revolutionary what they're doing with the card. I'm not going to go over that today, but I might do a video on it. But the credit card that Mr. Mufareh is coming out, you have to understand that that industry is a $500 billion a year industry, massive. And that's what OnPassive does. They go after massive niches, markets that they get into. And because their products are so superior, above market value, people will flock in. But it's a $500 billion market. They do 188 million transactions a day. And because of what Mr. Mufareh is doing, because we have the ability to come in and not only use the debit card, and there are a lot of really, really great reasons you're going to want to do that, but we can also have a hand in marketing it. And as people come in our organization, use the credit card, we make a commission on all of that. It is so massive. Just that alone, I would come into OnPassive and participate, because the market is so massive, and because of what OnPassive is doing. People, I believe, this is me speaking, Mike Ellis, I believe that over time we will completely take over that market, and people will be on OnPassive just for that. And again, remember, all of these individuals go through us. It's a really, really cool place to be. If you're new, continue to come on, listen to Marty. He always has great insight into OnPassive. And if you really want to get a good understanding of it, listen to Marty, listen to Red, listen to Chris. And obviously, when Dan and I are here, we're okay. I'll turn it over to Dan. Dan, go ahead, give us some insight.
I don't think there's anything left to say. Can everybody hear me okay? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. No, as Marty, Mike, and I have discussed probably every aspect and detail of OnPassive over the years, and one of the things that's always fascinated me is the merchant accounts and how the pay system worked, and we are so fortunate that Ash is taking time with this, because you want it right. I mean, you think about what's involved with all of this. You think about not only paying commissions out and the complexities involved with that, but the inflow. And Ash has talked about this a lot. He says there's inflow coming in. There's a receipt. OnPassive is receiving the money, but then once they receive the money, they've got to outflow the money to all of us to pay the expenses, to do everything that they need to do with the money, that the revenues that are generated. Now, I can tell you from just experience in the medical industry how unbelievably complex it can be. I had a quota. I was a commission salesman. I had a quota. I got paid quarterly bonuses. There was certain percentage commissions that I get on certain hospitals and some on others and everything. Well, they had to plug all of those complexities into the system. And if you think that was complex with a global orthopedic company that had a few thousand employees, think of what it is to the scope of OnPassive. It's just unimaginable. So when I look at this and I think about what all the powers to be are doing, it just amazes me. And I have all the patience in the world for them to get it right, because it's important not only to OnPassive, but to any business to get this type of a thing right. And when you look at what Ash is doing, that has to do with the digital products, but also they're implementing the physical products here. And once the physical products are there, they're going to, may or may not, we'll find out what's commissionable and what is not commissionable. They'll be paying on those too. So they would have to implement those into the system. So it can get very, very complex. And we can only imagine, the physical products. We don't even know what they are yet. So we only know a fraction of what this is. And when we think about how Ash has got a passion for all the billions of the people in the world. And I said this in another webinar that, there's over 5.18, as of April of this last year, there's 5.18 people on the internet. And we're a company that's going to change the internet. So that's a pretty good market of people that we're going to influence and impact. And then when you put on top of that, what Ash says about how he wants to eliminate poverty and how he wants to take care of a lot of the people in the world, and how he's going to change a lot of lives with people in the world. That it's very exciting to me to know that Ash is that's his priority. And when it's Ash's priority, we know it's the priority of everybody on his team. So he's surrounded himself with some incredible people, and I trust him. I believe in him, and I know he's got his priorities straight. And I'm just excited for every day. I know my priorities are in the right place, and that's just stay with it and stay the course. Martin?
All righty, very good, guys. Yeah, we are blessed beyond what we could even dream of. Remember, if where else would we have what we have? I mean, none of us here, everyone I know on OnPassive, could afford to do anything that's being done to enhance our life like it is from somebody that didn't know us before OnPassive. That's a powerful, powerful thing. I mean, you do what you can do, you get together, but unless a big force or somebody that is led to do something like this, nobody would do it. They just wouldn't do it. It's headache upon headache upon headache upon headache. But the drive to do good for mankind, the drive to make things different. Listen to this, we talk about the 5.6 billion people online or whatever it is. When people know the DNA of OnPassive, they know the reason for OnPassive, it's over. The products are going to be there anyway. We're going to be the best of the best and all. But if people knew that there's some company out there, it's not a company, it's many, whatever it is, this monster, that the DNA of it is caring for mankind and giving them the best of the best. No hidden crap, no stuff like, oh, I got you, filling up your garage with stuff. Look, I'm not putting companies down. And I knew in the beginning, I said to myself, man, some company's going to be in trouble. But I'm not looking at it that way anymore. And I know Ash doesn't. OnPassive will be life support for millions of companies. Millions, I believe. This is my opinion. Because we have what they need. We're ethical, we're clean, and we're going to give them the best value they can possibly get. Why not? That's the point. Why not? You know what the hesitation is for people? Because they got burned. And they were in companies that didn't treat them well. And they didn't even know when they're in, can I really trust this guy? See, that's some of the questions I get even today from founders. Some of them is that old thinking of MLM. Are they going to disappear? Can I really trust? Listen, that question's been answered 1 billion times over. Get involved, watch what's going on. Look, I don't know where this rocket is going, but I'm looking out the side window, like I said, and I know what it's done so far. It's got to be nothing but great ahead. You don't do all what we've done to get this far, and all of a sudden you fall in the mud. This company started as a unicorn, multi-unicorn company. No other company that I can look at, and I've looked everywhere, started this massive, with this big of a foundation, with this heart, the heart of taking care of people for the first time, for really taking care. Because the other ones are not rigged, they're rigged against you. Trust me. I don't care who you think you are. You can, oh, I want to make a little money for the family. You're going to lose money. You're going to get beat up. If you want a chance and you want something that if you're in, you win, OnPassive is the answer. It's that simple. I'm going to wrap things up unless anybody's got anything else.
Yeah, just real quick, Marty.
Okay.
You know, Marty talks about OnPassive, and what's unique about OnPassive and Mr. Mufareh is the business model of OnPassive. And Marty's right. OnPassive, they are already a multi-billion-dollar company. What company in the world today will come in as a multi-billion-dollar company and all they're thinking about is you? Literally, Mr. Mufareh thinks about the individual. That is Ash Mufareh. That is the heart of Ash Mufareh. And as far as where OnPassive is going, that's another video. We could spend a couple hours talking about that. I have a pretty good idea. I'd love to talk about that stuff, but I won't do it here. And just very, very quickly, Dan, you did a great job on the merchant accounts. Guys, this is such a big deal, what Mr. Mufareh is doing. He's already got one merchant account set up. It's ready to go. He's working on the next one. It is such a big deal. And what he's doing now is going to make our lives so easy. You want this to come out and come out right. Ash is doing it. He's doing it the right way. And believe me, you guys, you haven't seen anything yet. Marty, go ahead. That's all I wanted to say, just very quickly.
I'll just say one more thing in closing too, Marty. The message to everybody out there is just make sure you're prepared. Make sure you're prepared for all these exciting times to come. Get into your back office, read those things, understand. Yeah, you got to get in there every day because it changes pretty much every day. Look at the website, how it's changed. Read the blogs. You know, get yourself tapped into what's going on here. Because if you don't, as Mr. Mufareh has said, he'll go right by you, pass right by you. So get prepared.
Absolutely. Listen, if you want to add peace to your life, it's a lot easier to know what we're in than to guess it. Know what you're in, and it'll add a lot of peace to your life. The questions you have won't be there. I don't have them. Don't you think of, no, I don't. Pastor, I don't. I'm working on things ahead. I already know we're in the best spacecraft in the planet, and I'm getting ready for the next destination. And the problem is, you're never going to be satisfied if you don't know where you're at. And trust me, there's all indications. If you just look, where we're at is a miracle. It's an absolutely miracle in the making. And all you have to do is look out the window. Look at what we've done. Look at where we've been. Listen, all these big guys out there making the billions of dollars, and they're the richest, and they compete. No, I'm the richest, you're the richest. Ash wants everybody to have the richest enough to live a better life and give to others. And I'll tell you what, it's so easy to understand OnPassive if you get the mind of guiding, giving, loving, caring, and edifying. If you have that and you have a heart, OnPassive is your home. It's the place to be. And once you have that, I don't care what you know and you don't know. Let that go. Who cares? Oh, the mechanics. So what? I don't care. I already know the answer. So get that in your heart and your mind, and you will sleep well at night. You might have other problems in life, but OnPassive should not be one of them at all. Zero. Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up. I'm not going to say hi to everybody because I'm about to lose it again. Anyway, thank you guys for being on. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to be live with The Voice, Robin Noble. But once again, I don't have to talk that much, so that's even better. Anyway, I'll see y'all. Thank you very much.